#1 show in late night. Nothing but illustrious guests.
Legends
Double
only.
trouble.
You know what we do here on this show, B.
Talk about
You know what I'm
it.
saying? We got
Talking about me.
Mark
he's definitely
Wahlberg,
not talking about you,
and
brother.
Tom fucking Holland.
Tom
Yeah, I got
Motherfucking
fucking
Holland.
Holland. There you go.
Oh,
Right, Tom F. Holland and the F stands for fucking. You know
That's
what I'm
right.
New kid, the has-been, you know.
saying? Yeah, oh, shit,
Oh,
the
wow,
old, the
wow.
old guard and the new guard. You know
Wow.
what I'm saying? Like how, you know what I'm saying?
Wow, you gonna take that?
Don't worry, bro. Long when Tom's gone, I'll be back here.
Hey, wow, the longevity.
Y'all forgot this man.
Maybe in a spider suit with a diaper, and I'll be still doing it.
Hey. Listen, y'all are in Uncharted. That was an iconic game, and that game played like a movie.
Right.
Were you able, like, how were you able to, like, keep that when you make the actual movie?
Oh, did you have reservations also? Like,
Well,
you're
you
like,
know, you knew you had a responsibility to the gamers. I mean, obviously, most games are not really good when adapted to a movie.
Right.
But this is such great storytelling, so cinematic. We just wanted to make sure that we satisfied the diehard gamers, but also introduced a whole new audience to the world of Uncharted. So you don't need to know the game to love the movie. It feels like a big Indiana Jones type of film.
Right.
And as you can see, Tom and I have some good chemistry, even though today he's feeling himself. He must have had a drink or some shit before he came over
It's the
here.
Carter nigga. The Carter nigga. It's the Carter
You
nigga.
got the swag. You got
know
the
what I'm
swag.
saying?
Yeah,
Like that.
Oh, but that being said, it really was about satisfying the gamers, but also, you know, introducing a whole new audience. And it's a big, fun movie. It's the first time I've been in a movie that feels like a movie like Indiana Jones. I'm usually doing more serious stuff in tone,
Right.
so yeah, this is good.
That's great. And Tom, you've been working your ass off.
Thank you, mate. Yeah.
Are you taking a break anytime soon? I'm getting worried. Because now I just see you everywhere, and I'm just like, yo, like, bro, like, take a vacation, please.
The West Indian father of me wants to be like, Papi, you young now, working hard now. Tommy, you need to working hard now.
listen,
Hey.
Don't burn yourself out, man.
I'll take a break. I have a break at the end of the year.
Okay.
I'm living here in New York now till September. I'm shooting this TV show, which I'm very excited about. And once I'm done with that, I'll go back to London. I'll be at home. I'll have a couple months off.
Okay.
So I'm excited to take a break.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you still get excited by a plate of beans?
A plate of beans.
Yeah, I got cousins in England. I know y'all love beans.
You mean like beans on toast?
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. I fucking love beans on toast.
What do you, because I never had beans on toast. And I'm Dominican, so
Well,
we
you need to
beans,
change that.
Like,
Is that a
with
game
rice.
change? Is that gonna change our life if we
Yeah,
have that?
beans on toast. Like,
Have you had beans on toast?
I ain't fucking with that.
honestly, mate.
it come-
it's loads of protein
Does
in
it come with Imodium? That sounds like diarrhea
That's
waiting
what
to
I'm saying.
happen.
Yeah, you just. it's
come
simple.
on.
It's just toast, butter, and beans.
Toast butter, but
No, I did love a crumpet.
A crumb kit.
Yes.
Crumpet?
A crumpet.
Crumpet.
Yeah, I did love a crumpet when I was in England.
I was like, what?
Yeah, I was like, I thought you were
like a
gonna
different-
start
Whatever.
dancing.
Chris Brown
You know
dance,
what I mean.
listen.
He knows what the fuck I mean.
Oh. Also, shout out to Mark, because I was in LA once. I stayed at the London, and I was starving. And I went across the street, and there was like this burger joint. And I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, why the fuck does this burger joint have all these pictures of Mark Wahlberg in it?
You gotta be real drunk.
I was like, Wahlburger.
Please tell me there's pictures of you flipping burgers in there.
No, I don't do the burger.
You didn't do that? You didn't do like the New
No,
York
I
City
have.
mayor?
I have.
I ride the subway to work.
Yeah.
No. My brother doesn't let nobody in the kitchen. He's the chef. I run the business. I'm in charge.
How many
of growth.
locations do you have?
I think about 100 right now.
Oh shit.
Hey, shout out to you.
It's a franchise, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We're growing. We just made a deal to go to like 300-400 stores.
Okay.
Wow, that's amazing.
Okay.
Now they got is there one in Fenway?
There's one in Fenway, right at Fenway Park. We've got a couple in downtown Boston. We got one at the airport. We got one in Dorchester. We got the original one in Hingham, Linfield.
Dorchester.
We're
That
all
day
over, yes.
parade.
Yeah,
we out
yeah.
here.
You know about the That Day Parade?
Yes.
Hey,
You know about
talk that Boston talk.
Listen,
Talk that Boston talk.
I had
First Sunday of June.
a former a partner of mine. You know what I'm saying? She lived up there.
Back in the day.
Oh, I
Back in
know
the day.
she.
Back in the day.
And I know she did you dirty.
You know what I'm saying? I
already
wrote
know.
You know the broad from Dorchester.
Yeah. Shout out to you. You know
We
what I'm saying?
won't ask what happened. I'll
But
get
yeah.
you off
Chinatown
off air.
bus. You know what I mean? Going
yeah,
up
of
there,
course,
you know what I
yeah.
mean?
Yep,
And
right down
then
95.
participating in the festivities. You know what I mean?
Oh,
With, like, an
absolutely.
inflatable
Tom
bus
has
and-
no idea
My
what the fuck
Not
we're
a
talking
clue,
about.
mate. I'm
birthday
just sitting
is
here
so
having a
long.
good
My
time.
birthday is June 5th, so every couple of years it would fall on my birthday. That Day Parade.
Oh, so you were out there
Oh,
getting
crazy,
lit. Original
crazy,
Formula 4
crazy,
loco, all that.
Crazy.
All right, Tom, so the Chinatown bus, you know, what is it in England? Royal Coach? The bus that goes from town to town.
Yeah, I just called a bus, really.
Yeah, when I got sent to England on punishment, that's how my parents They
sent you to England as a punishment.
Yeah, because I was wilding. So like I had to go
Nice.
from like London to Birmingham.
Okay, yeah,
by
that's a long
bus.
way.
That's
yeah.
a long way. So you have to sit there and think about
sounds
your...
like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
I got
in
sent
the
to
UK.
DR. They sent me to DR and I got in more trouble. You know what I mean? They were like, yo, we're gonna straighten you out. We're gonna send you to Dominican Republic, a tropical paradise with lots of beautiful women. You teenage scallion.
It's difficult.
Yeah, whatever. And I was just like, yeah, damn,
Sounds
damn.
like a trade up.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hate that.
England was different because that was my first time seeing a pay toilet, and like I hopped the turnstile, and then they didn't know what to do, and I just
They
sat on
spoke
the-
very sternly to you.
Yeah, because I was like, your cops don't even have guns, so what are we doing here?
You
Like,
can't do that, mate. You have to pay your fare.
Yeah, and then the Queen yelled at me.
Where
and
were you
that's-
paying for a toilet?
I was going towards Birmingham, and the sky was always gray, and it was very sad.
Yeah. That's
Hey,
a
listen,
little bit of
you've
England,
been
bro.
there.
I've been there. I
You've been
grew up
there.
Can
Can
you dispel that? Is that a myth? Is it really like that all the time?
We get good weather. We just have a lot of bad weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're all right.
Except at night.
He's
when,
like, no.
At night when the foxes come out.
Yeah, I tell you what's scary about the foxes is when they're mating with each other.
Oh, remember the foxes on the golf course in Germany?
Smash
Remember
it.
that? Yo, I got it on my phone. Yeah, they were going crazy.
I don't think I was playing with you that time. But the foxes in the UK, when they mate with each other, it sounds like a human person is being murdered.
Yes, it does.
So if you're asleep in your house and 2 o'clock in the morning, you hear someone screaming outside your front door, you
Right.
run downstairs, you try and figure out what's going on, and it's just a couple of foxes having a good time.
I did
Yeah.
I did what New York people do when they get money and
Right.
they go and they move to New Jersey.
Okay.
There's a lot more wildlife in New Jersey.
Right, I
So
can
I
imagine.
became familiar with the fox noise.
Yes.
Also, just waking up in the morning and seeing a deer, shoot, go away. Like I don't even know how.
You
to
don't
tell
try
deer
and
to go
welcome
away.
them in?
I
Be
mean,
at
like
one with nature?
He's still from New York. He's still a little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've seen
Go
way
off.
too many live leak videos of deers just going like this to people.
I've seen that sort of stuff as well. It's
you know what I'm
terrifying.
saying? I'm like, I'm not fucking with
They
you.
got some like serious hands.
Tom, what animal could you beat up?
I would just avoid beating up any
No,
animal.
what animal?
No,
Could you
I
beat up a
would,
gorilla?
If your life was in danger.
if my life was in danger,
Yes.
I just wouldn't put myself in that scenario.
No, I'm not. You're not answering the question.
Listen, you ain't getting this
You
out
know
of me.
these young people and being politically correct. This is all
I ain't
some
sitting
bullshit.
here telling you that I'm gonna fight some
You're in
animal.
an alley and a hippo is coming at you. What you doing?
I'll just fucking say thank you for a great time.
You're wonderful, though.
Yeah.
Ah.
If a hippo was running at you, mate, that is game over.
Yeah, the hippos don't play. They were just like, bump.
Nah. You can't go out like that. You
Have
can't
you seen
go out
how
like
fast
that.
they are as
They're
well?
fast, but you know what? I feel like if you put up a fight, they'll respect that.
No, bro.
You know what I'm
No.
saying?
Nah, if you be like, no, you
Nah,
my chest. What's
fuck
up?
that. You know
Have
who
you
the-
seen
know
how
I
big
am?
a hippopotamus is?
Have you seen me put out my chest?
You gotta just flex your.
That's true.
What are these? The
Try and
traps?
gleam this in their eye.
Exactly.
catch
Like,
the sun.
I
stupid.
got a late night show. You can't kill me. Like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, well, why don't you go
Are you
try
just
that?
checking your phone?
I'm trying to find a video of the foxes.
It's in there.
What was the dates when
I
we
don't
were
know if we
shooting
can
in
clear
the
that
DR?
for air.
We definitely can.
They don't need a release.
This is
The fuck is
showtime.
fucking-
We showing that after Yellow Jackets. All right, back to real interview questions. Why are all you British people stealing American jobs?
Because we're just so good, bro.
You are.
yeah.
You are.
You're
Why are
superior.
no
I
American?
actually don't know.
Why are no American actors stealing British jobs?
Yo, Monk
I'll
is like,
tell
what the
an
fuck you mean,
interesting
dog?
thing. I'll tell you an interesting thing. When it comes to accents, the way English people speak, we use our tongue a lot more. Like we
Hey, yo.
pronounce
Hey, yo.
more of our consonants. So we actually work our tongue more. So for us to do American, we have to relax. For an American to play a Brit, you have to work harder. So you often find if you see an American doing a British accent all day, by the end of the day, it's like they've been sort of doing a face workout.
Wow.
So I guess maybe that's why it's slightly easier for us. And also, we have a lot more American culture in England. You know, we watch your films, your
That's
TV,
that's
their music.
much more accurate.
Right,
yeah.
because before that,
just
you
like,
know,
yo.
'cause before that,
I ain't fucking
before
with
that, he
none
was
of
just
that.
shitting on
He's
every
like,
No,
American
it is.
actor.
No,
Like,
no, no.
wow.
I'm just
He was
saying,
like,
like-
listen, you lazy fucks.
No, no,
I was like, wow.
no.
Wow.
Y'all need speech classes.
TMZ. Tom Holland said, "Fuck America." I'm like,
Oh, wow. And then he would beat up a hippo. My goodness.
Wow.
Like, Bob Show
Jeez,
interview.
Fucking hell.
Welcome to the bodega, baby.
Tom, we gotta ask.
Okay.
You got a relationship. What is it like just having everyone in your fucking business?
All the time.
Does it suck?
Yeah, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we, you know, in our position, in our career, we share a lot of
you
our
mean
lives.
we?
Well, yeah.
Man, I got 4
He's like, I got
kids.
nothing to do with it.
Keep going. No
He's like, "Go
deflect.
fuck your own
but-
shit."
Don't deflect.
You know, you share a lot of your life, and there's certain parts of your life you want to keep to yourself
Right.
because, you know, it's your private life, it's your personal life. There's a reason why it's called your private life.
Right.
You know, I just try and keep my head down and not give it too much time and effort and just kind of work through it, really.
Okay.
I just been putting all this shit out there. I'm like, yo, I've been married for 28,000 years, man. I got 4 kids, man. What the fuck? What else you want to know?
Right. Yeah.
What else you guys working on after this now?
What you got coming up?
I just did a movie about a guy who was a fighter who tried to become an actor and then fell in love with a girl, would do anything to get with her. She was a devout Catholic, so she said, you gotta be baptized. He said, dump the water on me right now. He got ran over not once but twice, had this visit from Mother Mary and said, not only am I gonna get baptized and become a Catholic, but I'm gonna become a priest. And then he went into the seminary, came down with a rare disease, and as his physicality started to deteriorate, his spirituality soared. It's a true story. I financed it myself.
Do you want us to watch this movie? Because you just told us the whole movie.
Now you gotta see this shit, bro. Trust me.
You got it.
What's the name of the
You
movie?
gotta see this. Father Stew.
When does it come out?
Good Friday. And then Easter weekend.
Congratulations,
You
man.
said it like I was religious. I was like, what?
Easter weekend. Easter weekend, yes.
Oh, shit.
And Tom, before your
about to-
after your break, what are you taking?
Tom's
'Cause I
about
feel
to get
again.
into Tom's about to get into a serious role here.
Yeah, I'm doing this TV show called Crowded Room,
Okay.
which is a really, really interesting show. It has been, people have been trying to make it for a very, very long time. The sort of content of the show I kind of keep to myself. We're still trying to work a few things out, so I'm not really ready to talk about it in such detail, but it's exciting, and for me,
It's one of the most coveted roles for a young actor. I was attached to it at one point. Leonardo was attached to it. Joaquin Phoenix. Many, many actors tried to get this movie made. Nobody either had the courage or the balls or the ability to get it done. And now he's taking on that role.
thank you, mate. Yeah.
No pressure.
Pressure.
No pressure.
Just,
Yeah, I
build it up.
just shit myself a little bit.
right?
You think Timothy Chalamet's at home like, fuck, it should have been me? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. Well, listen, this has been an epic interview. Hopefully, it's been unlike any interview you guys have done.
Fucking hell.
Oh, fuck, man.
You guys are here in the bodega, and everyone that's in the bodega is an illustrious guest. And when they leave, they both get a neon sign.
Glorious.
What would you like your neon sign to say?
Municipal.
Municipal,
Bong.
overhead.
You just never stop, do you?
No, you know why? You know why? Because me and him were just talking about this. You think about how many baseball players from the DR started on a municipal field or a municipal basketball court. It doesn't matter where you start, they're playing now. These guys are playing in the World Series. They're changing the game. They're the best baseball players in the world. It's a
Let's go.
wah wah wah. Okay.
And Tom, what would you like your neon sign to say?
The Royal Shakespeare Academy. It's one of my favorites.
It could be like enjoy beans.
Let me rephrase.
I enjoy beans for
Enjoy
mine be?
beans. Fuck American actors. What do you want it to say?
I would have, my neon sign would be, I'm just cooling off.
Hey.
Because my mate Twain, there's a lot of meaning behind that phrase, and he'll be mortified that I have said that out loud. But
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you what it means, but he knows what it means. So Twain, I know you're watching.
Shout out to Twain.
I love you very much,
Twain,
mate.
his mate in it.
And I'm just cooling off, bro.
Yo.
That's right, roadman ting, you know?
Exactly. Yo, welcome to the official DESUS and Mero YouTube channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to see some dope content that you can only get here.
Sit back, you know what I'm saying? Watch a video or 2 or 3 or 5, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to do. You can take your pants on or off.